I saw a few minutes of this video, and I think it's top tier video. So this is by FBE Capital. Never really heard of them before, but a great video right here. So I wanted to showcase it and talk about it a bit.
When it comes to modern dating, girls love to tell you that you need a great profile, solid openers, and plan an amazing first date. But in reality, the guys they actually swipe on and sleep with do not give a fuck.
Trying to start a conversation. Hey cutie, how's your weekend? Shit in my mouth.
So this guy says to me, oh, well, I showed your Instagram to my roommate and he said, oh, she's pretty, but she looks chubby in her photos. On a date, on an actual date.
The most unhinged things men have said to me while we were dating. One, yeah, there's a girl in my bed, but I left her to have breakfast with you.
I just had the worst first date of my life. Date invited myself along
Yo, Parasocial. Yo, bro.
with two other women so that he could speed up the process of finding his perfect three-way.
So Liam messaged saying, and the award for the biggest forehead goes to.
His opening message to me, I eat ass.
Do you like to be punished?
So I was talking to this guy and he was literally ticking every single box.
It was a really hot guy that I matched with on Hinge.
He was good looking,
Has a driver, and it was a really nice car.
too good to be true, right? He rang me up and he was like, I've just noticed your profile picture and I can see on your profile picture that you've got a child. Why would I want to speak to anyone who had little cock blockers?
Yep, that's right. Hot guys do not give a
That's the thing that you know, men know this. Men know this and experience this. If you hit, okay, the top three things, kind of like the top three things of women: charisma, looks, and money. Women will ignore every red flag you have. That's the thing where I mean, in this case, it's hot guys, but I've seen it. If you are highly charismatic, but maybe I think more of the other two, rich and or good looking, women will ignore every single red flag you have. Every rule in their books is out the window. All the things that women say men shouldn't do, those type of men can do it. And they win.
But ironically, it is women who let them get away with it over and over again.
And I make my cute little profile like, oh, hi, I'm Morgan. Tee. And he's like one of the first ones that pops up. And he's gorgeous. Oh my God.
See, she picked the hot dude just for being hot, not because of some great bio and not because he planned a great first date.
So we pull up to this bar, and this thing is like a hole, like a rat hole.
No personality.
When he's talking, all I hear is like, oh, football, frats, b****s and skanks.
And being rude as f***.
Got his hand on my legs, I'm telling the story, he cuts me off in the middle of me telling my story, and he goes, I just want you to know, you're not my person. And so I was like, in my head, I'm sitting like, why would he just cut me the f off to say that?
Yep, this is what happens when women complain about men being trash. By the way, spoiler alert, he still f***ed the shit out of her later that night.
I'm not gonna tell you all the rest because, like, I will be banned, but my God, what a night.
This is the thing. If you, like I said, definitely if you are hot and or rich, there's no rules. This is why players, bad boys, Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Chads, the Tyrones, they don't abide by any of these rules or standards of women. They don't. Women only, this is the thing. It's a quote I've heard plenty of times. Women make rules for the nice guys, for the average guys. They break said rules for the bad boys. Men know it. Men know it. This is the thing where this is the reality of most men. They know that, okay, You make rules for us, but there's no rules for the bad boys, for the hot guys, for the rich guys. There's no rules. They can literally have sex with you that night. They can literally take you on shitty dates. They can literally be toxic to you, lie to you, cheat on you. You'll give them your body. You'll give them years of your youth. You'll give them kids. And then, because in women's mind, there will always be simps out there to pick up the pieces, to fix their mistakes. So, what the hell?
So you see, the dating market is absolutely fun. But the reality is, it's women who are rewarding this type of bad behavior.
And all I can think is, you catfished me and now you drop this bombshell and you still expect me to date you? Are you insane? But I kept dating him.
This is a thing where all men need to understand. When women say, why don't you hold bad men accountable? Why? Why don't men hold other men accountable? Exhibit A through Z. Why don't men hold bad men accountable? Because it's useless. It's useless. It's useless to hold cheaters, liars, toxic men accountable. Why? Because women still date them. Women still give them their body. Women still give them their time. Women still give them kids. So, if you hold criminals accountable, yet if you try to hold criminals accountable, but you give them no punishment, there's no punishment. You tell criminals, don't do crimes. It's a bad thing. Yet, there's no laws against it. So there's no punishment for it. So really, why would they care? Why would they care whatever the shit you say? They don't. That's the thing. That's why you cannot hold bad men accountable.
So why the hell would any of these guys ever change? Since if you have access to a buffet of pussy while being an asshole,
a Hinge notification pops up on his phone, like for everyone to see. It was like clearly out there. We both literally looked at it and then looked at each other, and then he carried on talking to me as if nothing had happened.
Then what's the incentive to treat any of these women with some basic level of respect? I mean, you can just tell them to their face to submit and obey.
To submit and obey to me. That is a direct quote.
And he's like, you just need to be quiet and let me take the lead. You don't have to pretend to be someone you're not.
And then he was like, also, you should know that anal is amazing on MDMA. And I was just like,
oh my god. Please drop a like if you think that these guys...
This might be controversial, and I'm including myself in it. I'm including myself in this. Is it social acceptance or social rewards never appeal to me. Most people in this world are good, and most people are unhappy. Yeah. I do get that. Here's a probably controversial. Nice guys are boring. I'm boring. I'm boring to probably most women. I will be boring to most women. Nice guys are stable. They're consistent. But they're boring. They're boring. I can pretty much provide for a woman. I'm respectful, loving, emotionally intelligent. I believe intelligent. But I'm boring. And whatever I've said to you guys plenty of times, what is the most dangerous emotion, in my opinion, for women is boredom. What don't bad boys, the players, the hot guys, the rich men, what don't they what kind of emotion they don't instill in women? Boredom. They will keep women guessing. Being disrespectful to women is keeping them guessing, because they can't fathom men being disrespectful to them. Because here's the thing, but they allow it because they're hot too. They're hot too. But here's the thing where nice guys, they don't be disrespectful to women. They don't. disrespectful. They're not mean. They're not toxic to women. It's the hot guys. Those are the guys. It's the charming guys, the rich guys, because those are the guys that give women butterflies, that give them the spark, give them the chemistry, and it takes away the one big emotion that women hate: boredom.
Guys absolutely do not care anymore, and comment down below what you think. Now you just know that these women are gonna say that all men are trash, and that is why dating sucks right now. But we all know that the majority of men would never talk to a woman like that. But women are not dating the majority of men. They are only dating a small subsection.
So he picks me up, he's not bad looking, he has a nice car, he's pretty tall. Okay.
And so clearly, if you are an average guy, you need to get off the dating apps ASAP, because they are a waste of time, waste of money.
I did pay, unfortunately, for Bumble Premium.
I mean, I have some dating apps around, but I don't really go on them anymore. They're a waste of time. I'm not a top tier guy. I may get one match every couple months. You know, and I swipe dozens. I swipe consistent. But I'm not that and I knew it. You know? This is the thing, I'm not gonna catch any woman's eye. I know that. I'm not oblivious to that. So I agree. Honestly, dating apps are only for the top tier men. Top tier men. You know, men that are different than average.
It was hard. So I did 1 week, which I think was $29.99.
And there's so many better options to get dates as an average looking dude. And I might make a separate video breaking all of this down. But in this video, it's all about hot guys f***ing up the dating market and the women who let them. So instead, I'll throw in some fuckboy tips at the end, just for funsies if you want to try it for yourself.
Let's plan to go on a date, like when you want to come down. And he was like, oh, is it okay if I stay over? And I was like, we all know what we're here for. Yes, you can stay over.
Anyways, before we get into all of that, let's get back to the brutal reality of hot guys rampaging through.
Yo, Christopher, thank you for stopping by. Valentine's Day for fools only. I agree. I mean, like, it is a day that uses men. Let's say I'm boring, or my interests are boring. Although I have learned the art of chit chat. The thing is, I don't get into consumption. I buy items that I have value. You know, that's the thing where I try to be. I mean, I guess I'm just naturally different. You know, maybe if you throw a niche fetish in your bio devil, you could. You know, maybe if I do something, but you know,
through the dating market, leaving a trail of emotional damage.
And I don't know, I just feel like in this day and age, in this generation, with the apps and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff, I just feel like it's hard. It's hard. I think it's hard. I think dating now is very hard.
If one more person says to me, don't worry, it'll happen when you least expect it, I have no expectations anymore. None. All I expect is trauma and lessons.
Now the guys that are causing all of this mess are drowning in pussy so much to the point that they don't even care about showing up for the date, and these girls just keep waiting there until they feel so embarrassed that they just want to cry.
You don't leave someone sitting alone waiting for you for 40 minutes. Like, I almost cried because I felt so embarrassed.
Yeah, that's not great. But sadly, it can always get much, much worse, because this girl took 2 days off of work, traveled all the way from Queensland to Melbourne on a 2-hour flight to spend the weekend with some dude she was talking to for the past weeks, only for him to ghost her the minute she landed.
He kept saying we need to catch up, and I was like, well, do you want me to come down Easter weekend? He said absolutely. I landed this morning.
No, Whiskey, I'm not. I am terrible. I mean, it's not like I have never, but I would say this: I'm terrible at making conversations with women, especially with women I'm attracted to. I suffer from the shy guy, disease or whatever. I'm not good with it. I suffer from overthinking. So it definitely, dating has never been an easy thing for me. Surprisingly, a lot of the women that I have dated, they went after me first. Surprisingly. So that's why I would never call myself like a garbage looking man, but it's like I'm definitely not charismatic. So
we've been talking all day. I was meant to meet him this evening. I got all dressed up and ready to go. That was it. That was the last I've heard. Just vanished, poof, into thin air.
Ouch, that's gotta sting. But yeah guys, that's the reality. These are the type of men these women are swiping on and hooking up with, since no one actually gives a f about your personality or charm when they are swiping on these dating apps.
Gilmore Girls? Oh, he got a Ferrari, Jenna.
Should I super like him?
Yeah.
We've matched a few times.
Money and looks. Money and looks. I kind of include charm into it, but I think money and looks is top tier. Those are the top thing. Money and looks.
In the past, he's stunning.
My first impressions was, my lord, you are tall.
Who is Jack?
Oh, super like.
They all say they do, but in reality, they are all lying. Because when it gets time to actually swipe, respond to a message, and show up to a date, they all go for the hot guy. Remember the my mouth girl?
Shit in my mouth.
Yep, that one. Now she did not instantly unmatch and block the dude, she actually responded,
What do you mean? What do you mean? So I just asked what drugs he...
I guarantee you, if I said that to a woman, automatically block, unmatch, instant. But you know, this is the thing where I'm in the camp where I'm not complaining. Yeah, hot guys got it. All the power to them. All the, you know, it's like all the love. They got it. What I do jump in is that when these men play these women, and then these said women come online to say all men are trash, men are toxic, the dating pool has piss in it, the bar is in hell, I could go on and on. That is when I jump in and say shit. That is when I jump in and say shit. Because how dare you? The audacity to go for these hot guys, these top 1% men, and then get hurt by these top men, and then blame all men for it. How dare you?
He was on tonight and he didn't answer.
So he said something absolutely crazy and he still got a response, while most men will never even get a response to a friendly, hey, how's your day?
In any case, I would only get like 1 to 2 matches per month, and the problem is a lot of those didn't even transpire in the dates anyway, because sometimes I would send a message to them and I would never get a message back, and it would just kind of fizzle out from there.
And here's another one.
He said, LOL, I meant more the spoony, but sure, we can do a date. And I said, oh, you're just looking for someone to spoon. He said, that's exactly it. I said, oh, I'm looking for more out of this app. This guy's response.
Penetration, classic. So clearly, dating apps are and if you can't beat them, join them and start fuckboying.
So if we look at our matches, we got a 6.
Average man can't do that. I'm sorry. Average man can't do it. I strongly believe in the whole idea that 80% of women find 80% of men unattractive. You hear it constantly, and I hear it constantly. Women are constantly saying, I see no unattractive. I see no attractive men. It is very, again, it's only a select few men women find truly, conventionally attractive. Now, the other men, yes, when you show your personality, who you are inside, it can change a woman's viewpoint of you. But on a dating app, you ain't getting that far. You ain't gonna get that far.
64 matches within 48 hours.
In any case, I would only get like 1 to 2 matches per month.
Because if you want to pump and dump like a hot dude and you don't have the looks, it is still possible, but
you know, Whiskey, I've never had the chance to go to the path of light or dark. I'm just not that good. I don't know. Maybe in the next 10 years I have that chance because I'm still away from 50. But I never had that chance to cross the path of darkness. What I did was force myself to talk to strangers. Just go. You know what? One thing to why I love you guys. I love you guys, and I love this channel. Is that it has helped me open my shell a lot more. I've been at the beginning. You if you watch my beginning videos until my videos now, you'll see that I've opened up a lot. I think it's gonna take time because most of my life I've been I don't know, a man in a shell. I've been a shy guy. I've been an introvert. So it's gonna take time, but this channel has helped me out a lot. So that's why I hold you guys in high regards. Because you guys have helped me, open up more. Be one to want to talk more. So
you're gonna have to use some highly unethical methods, but very effective.
I actually did have a decent amount of success, but for one reason only. I was forced to be someone that I wasn't.
Now, use them at your own risk because I will not be responsible for any of the consequences resulting from applying these, okay? Since I once had a dude who got his car totaled after I taught him how to bang a tall hottie, since it turns out she actually had a boyfriend. So yeah, any problems you get into, that's on you. Now again, I do not recommend doing any of this, and I think that if you want to date, you should try to meet a wholesome person off the apps, since that will lead to more fulfillment in life. However, if you want a glimpse into the life of a boy and are only interested in pumping and dumping, then listen up. First of all, nobody cares about your personality on these apps. Since you're not swiping on personality, you're swiping on looks.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
I would heart it for the dog.
Do it.
And second, which is the
that's
most
crazy. I thought the guy was good looking. This is the thing where I've heard women say Ryan Gosling is average. I've heard women say Michael B. Jordan's average. I'm like, who the hell do you think is good looking then? I'm amazed. To be honest, I don't know. Sometimes women surprise me with who they call as good looking. I don't know.
Most important quality of being a successful boy, and that is to lie like your life depends on it, because the true art of being an excellent boy is giving a girl exactly what she wants, even though you absolutely do not have it.
But he said, I love you, so it felt exclusive to me. Stupid.
You see, boys are working with an amazing body and a great face, and still they lie, which means that you have to lie even better and harder.
I 100% believe that the quote that when you lie, women buy. Women love lies. Subconsciously, women love lies. They do. They will love and fall for the lies men tell them. Women absolutely hate the truth. They hate it. They hate the truth, period. I've learned that brutally. And I see that so often. Women love lies.
Than a true boy. Because you're basically marketing a shittier product, and that is all this comes down to. Basic marketing. Which brings us to your dating profile. First up, lose the fat.
This is probably gonna be my #1 advice of all night. You need better photos.
Sorry, there's just no way around this. Since if you want to pump and dump like a true boy, you're gonna have to be
Yo, Renegade! Thank you for stopping by, bro.
Lean.
He is tall and skinny.
Now you don't have to be bulky and you don't need a lot of mass, but you do have to be lean. So stop eating garbage, do push-ups and jump rope daily, and in 3 weeks you can easily lose a ton of fat and look a whole lot better than you do right now. If you can't do that for just 3 weeks, you can't be a boy. Okay, it's that simple. So now that you're nice and lean, edit the fuck out of your photos. Go outside and take a bunch of photos in different locations around the city. These don't have to be special, just have a coffee, sit somewhere, stare at a thing, point at a thing, do a thing. It really doesn't matter because we'll fix everything in post. Now, there's a ton of tutorials and apps out there on how to edit your photos, But don't just stop at fixing your face. Fix the background, fix the shirt, fix the sky, fix whatever you need to fix to make sure that this picture looks sexy as fuck, okay? Now the goal is to look effortlessly sexy and affluent, not rich, just very comfortable with your money. Trust me, subtle signs of affluence work 10 times better than ostentatious signs. Because now you don't just look good, but your lifestyle also looks good. And you can easily bump yourself from a 6 to a 7 by losing weight and editing your photos, and you can bump yourself from a 7 to an 8 by editing your lifestyle. Perfect, now we actually have something to work with. And now we start swiping like a maniac. Don't worry about what the girl looks like, since you're still a baby at this and you need to get some flight hours in. It's a lot easier to talk a 5 or a 6 into giving you her number and set up a date than it is with the 8s and 9s. So you want to start practicing your conversation skills with everyone and level those up massively. Now, like I said, it's a lot easier if you actually travel a lot and live an interesting lifestyle, gaining a lot of general knowledge and interest, but if you don't, you just do what boys do and lie your ass off.
But he said, I love you, so it felt exclusive to me. Stupid.
Whatever she says, you connect with it and you add something awesome. So for instance, she's just back from visiting her grandma in Canada. Great, I love traveling, I'm going to Paris next week. You can teach me some French, let's meet up for drinks. Oh, you love cats? Here's my cat, Mr. Snuggles. Oh, you mean dogs? Sure, me too, here's Speedy. Doesn't matter. If she's super into eating organic and healthy foods, great, I just started making my own sourdough last week. Let's meet up for drinks and exchange recipes. It doesn't matter what she says, just make shit up and add to it. Now remember, nothing sexual.
That anal is amazing on MDMA.
You're not that hot, okay? Leave that to the pros. But do step on the gas. We're not looking for a pen.
I guess he's giving some more advice, but I mean, guys, you do what you want. I just like to show the insanity, the hypocrisy. This is a thing where videos like this are a great way to show the hypocrisies of women. You see it online, on TikTok, all this shit so often. You know, women say this, oh, men are toxic, you know, men are, you know, the whole cat call. It's like everything women say negatively about men, it's because they gained that from the experience that from when they willingly accept the offers, accept the advances of hot men, of the players, the bad boys, the Pookies, the Ray Rays. That's the thing where they gain these experience, these traumas because they accepted the advances of shitty men. So that's why it's like, that's why I see the hypocrisy in it. I see the delusion in it. So these women, because they chose the men that they want, now they want to blame all men because they chose poorly. Nah, I don't condone that. I don't do that. So that shit is not my thing. Booty call online. Yeah, all right.